Hey everybody, welcome. So we are going to do something a little bit different today. Normally I do kind of a narration of my collecting journeys, but today we are going to dive into some old junk wax. Um, Opening cards from packs has always been, historically one of my favorite ways to get cards. Kind of the massive what if, or the big mystery of what is inside. And I thought it'd be fun to open up some of the old junk, but to do so with a bit of a purpose. So growing up, big fan of Griffey, and never had a Griffey rookie. So I thought we'd do a bit of a fun series where we will just kind of open up some junk wax until we can get it. So I've got 6 packs of Donruss Baseball, 89. We will see what's inside, see if we can pull a Griffey. And I figure once we do, we'll just kind of move on to something else. So I have no idea how long this will take, how many videos it'll take, but we'll open up, I figure, like 6 or 7 Donruss packs at a time and see what we get. On top of Griffey, if we can get like a Johnson or Biggio or Smoltz, that'd be pretty sweet. Kurt Schilling is in this set, his rookie, Gary Sheffield. So let's just start and see where we go. Got these on eBay for a pretty low price. Hopefully the condition of the cards is okay. The packs themselves are not too bad. A little bit beat up in this the corner here, but let's dive in. It's kind of one of the good things about getting some of these old sets is, or the junk wax sets, I should say, is pretty low risk. So, guess we'll start at the front here, right off the bat. Nolan Ryan, pretty sweet. So we've got our puzzle cards. I forget who is it? Spawn. Okay, so through this we'll see what we collect there as well. So Nolan Ryan, very nice to see him. Add him, and I figure this will just be a good way too to add a little bit of bulk to my collection. If this takes a real long time, I might work on collecting the set. So you can see definitely a bit of where those lines on the side, not really, maybe that is part of the design. Honestly, I'm not too sure. If you've been watching my videos, you know I'm not a huge, historically a huge baseball guy, but I'm trying to get into it more. So, Dale Mohorish, I'm going to say these names wrong, and I do apologize. Mike Harkey, Eric Hansen, there's our second rated rookie there. Robin Yount, put him on the stand for now, and something replaces him, so be it. But Chris Spear, Alan Anderson, Bill Duran, Hensley Mullins, Zane Smith, Luis Polonia, Keith Atherton, Von Hayes, Dennis Lamp, and Don Petrie. Again, I apologize. Names will be butchered. I'm going to angle this down so I can give myself a little bit more space to work with here. Apologize, Mr. Yount. We'll get you set up there, though. All right, first pack down. Second pack. Here we go. I love the feel of these, too. The wax is a real thing in these packs, so good times opening. I know as a kid I didn't have a lot of baseball cards, but I did have some of these. Where are they now? Nobody knows. So new puzzle piece there. John Farrell, Biggio. There is one of our big rookies, Mr. Biggio. Fantastic second pack, and we got nice Craig Biggio rookie card. Mickey Brantley, Rob Thompson, Tom Gordon for the Royals. Nice. We'll have to set that one to the side. Eric Hansen, another Yount. Spear, Lansford. Our first Donruss King, or Diamond Kings, Gerald Perry. Dave LaPointe, Holton, Tabler, Frazier, and Bob Ojeda. All right, 2 packs in, and we have gotten a handful of cards that are going to be nice additions to our collection. Continuing the journey. So I don't know what the typical rate is going to be for me to be able to get these packs. I got these for, I want to say maybe a hair over $1 a piece, so that's pretty sweet. I figure if I can get these for $2 or less, I will be a happy camper. Another puzzle piece. I don't know if you can see that. Jimmy Key, Mike Greenwell with the Diamond Kings, Greg Gagne, Dennis Rasmussen, Doug Drabeck, Rob Thompson, Deion James, Mark Lemke, Bob Walk, John Dobson, another Diamond King, Steve Bedrosian, Tom Pagnozzi, Alvin Davis, Danny Cox, and Royals Ed Hearn. Nothing too wild in that pack. I suppose we were due. See on the back there, I don't know if we've seen that yet. 26 Diamond Kings prints. Send those in. And you can get on a high gloss card, Warren Spahn puzzle. So does that mean you can get like the whole puzzle at once? I don't know. I mean, once upon a time you could. Pretty sure you're not going to be able to do that now. But. All right. Packs are opening good. Cards not sticking together. That's a good thing. Another puzzle piece. We'll check that out at the end, see what kind of different pieces we have there. Pat Borders, Devin White, Dave Martinez, Chris Sabo, Ron Jones, Danny Cox, Brian Harper, Carney Lansford, Jose Uribe, Jack Armstrong, Dave Anderson, Sean Abner, Darnell Coles, Steve Rosenberg, and Pete O'Brien. A little bit of creasing I can feel there, but overall I feel like these cards are in pretty good shape, considering they are, what would this be? Do some bad decision, do some quick math, like 35 years old. Not too bad, not too bad. Another puzzle piece. Steve Rosenberg. Hey, Ryan Sandberg. I know that name. Put him with our Tom Gordon there. Jeff Russell. Joe Orsulak. Hippolito Pena. Will Clark. Add him to the stack. Mini stack here. Kirk McCaskill. Mike Boddicker. Okay, I wanted to see this. So Boddicker, I was curious because I live in the Kansas City area and we hear him on the radio. Boddicker is one that I would love to get a rookie card for, so I need to keep my eyes open. Looks like maybe 84, 85 would be my guess. So very good. I'm glad we got ourselves a Boddicker card. Honestly, didn't even consider him being in the set, so that's a fun find. Mike Birkbeck, Larry Sheets, Tracy Jones, Neil Heaton, Pat Perry, Sherman Corbett, and Bill Wegman. All right, so we are heading down to the final pack today. Again, before we get there, we've got our Biggio rookie, a Robin Yount, and Nolan Ryan, and then a couple of fun ones here in the small stack as well. So for the first 6 packs, I will have to say I'm pretty pleased with the find here. I mean, you buy these, I had no idea, you know, condition. You just kind of go off the picture you see. I would assume that hopefully for something like 89 Donruss, you know, we're not searching packs, so but you never know anymore. But overall, I feel like this has been a good time so far. So Jeff Kunkel, Wally Blackman, Dwight Gooden. There we go. We'll add him to the small stack. Glenn Braggs. Yep. Chad Kruger. Charlie Pulio. Rick Aguilera. Ozzie Guillen. We'll add him to the stack. Names I know, I'll try to add. Guillermo Hernandez. Shane Raleigh, Andy Allenson, Dave Valley, Sean Hilligus, Dave Bregman, and our final card today is Vance Law. All right, so checking out our short stack before we get to the ones on a stand, we've got Ozzie Guillen, Dwight Gooden, Mike Boddicker, Will Clark, Ryan Sandberg, and then a Tom Gordon rated rookie. Not too bad. And then diving in to the ones on the stand, we've got Nolan Ryan. Always happy to get a Nolan Ryan. Definitely want to get some more of him, add him to the collection and start getting a nice little collection of his. Robin Yount. And then, I guess I would call this the big hit of the six-pack. Craig Biggio, his rookie. You can see the back here. Clean card. I mean, I would guarantee probably a definitive 10. Aren't they all? But no, very happy to get this. Glad to pull a nice rookie out of this. One on the list. Hall of Famer, Craig Biggio. So a very, very fun start. Real quick, just looking at the puzzle pieces. I have no idea what I'm doing with these. I guess, you know, as we get more and more, we'll see if we can put them together. I don't know. Did we get all? No, we got one dupe there. Otherwise, I think we got at least 5 different ones, so not too bad. I'll have to figure out how many different pieces there are. Honestly, I don't know, and I'm not going to do the quick math to try to figure it out. But yeah, that's what we got for today. I appreciate you guys coming by. And if you've got any insight for me about you know, collecting or opening some of the junk wax and some fun ones to find, let me know. Because after we find our Griffey, no matter how long that takes, we'll move on to something else. So good time. Thanks for being here. I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. Bye, guys.